Hello and welcome to my channel. Move to the center. The center, but I stay on the right side. Just get over there. I don't even know if these legs actually work. Just do it, okay? Hoof, hoof, hoof. Here we go. 2019 has been a crazy year, but before it ends, I'd like to... It's already over. Wait, what's that? It's already 2020? I see. Well, let's just put on our prescription nostalgia glasses and look back at 2019 anyways. Alright, so 2019 wasn't the best of years. But World War III wasn't trending yet, so I guess you take what you can get. But honestly, despite the many shortcomings that year, I'd like to take this time to look back at my top 12 moments of 2019 in chronological order. Alright, coming in at number 1 is the return of Young Justice. Honestly, I get it. I'm too old for one of my top moments of a year to involve a superhero cartoon being renewed. But may I remind you, my channel name is Pathological Loser. Now that you understand how this is going to go, I loved Young Justice when it premiered. You can probably guess that I'm a huge DC fan, so I was more than whelmed when a show about the younger generation of heroes premiered. And I definitely wasn't feeling the Aster when it was cancelled after 2 seasons. But 6 years later, and... Titans are back! Young Justice is back. Sorry about that. It might not have reached the same highs as the earlier seasons, but I am still beyond stoked to have a team back in action. On a more personal note is my second top moment of 2019. Joining up with StatX Media. I cannot stress how incredible it has been to work with my fellow members of StatX. Initially I joined as an intern, basically just to help out PJ with his editing and do film work, but somehow along the way I secured myself a co-founder position and lead of the art team. What does that translate to? Mostly just a single StatX animatic and a couple of designs. But more stuff is coming soon, including a weekly comic strip next month. So, thank you again PJ and Alejandro for letting me be a part of StatX. And thank you Paul for being a part of it as well. And what can follow such a touching sentiment? Moment 3. Endgame. That's right, the culmination of over 10 years of Marvel films. Whether or not superhero films are cinema, they are. It has been incredible to see superheroes really become cool and make me look like a little bit less of a loser. Just a bit. But even if I'll never really be cool, seeing Captain America pick up Mjolnir and wail on the Mad Titan Thanos more than makes up for that. Moving on to number 4. Seeing my friends graduate college. I don't want to sound cliche, but it truly has been a huge honor to be a part of these people's growth and seeing what they've become over these past 4 years. I'm so excited to see the great things they are going to do, and I'm already proud of what they are achieving so far. In the spirit of watching my friends move on, it's time to return to my childhood with number 5. Detective Pikachu! I'm going to be honest, I never thought that I'd see a good film adaptation of a video game. And then, I discovered Detective Pikachu. Endgame was phenomenal, but I think Detective Pikachu was the most fun I've had in a movie-going experience. I was geeking out with my brothers over every Easter egg and each Pokemon that popped up in the film, even if the movie also snubbed Phanpy. It was a warning of what was to come. Dauntless! Number 6! Game of Thrones finale. No, it's just another case of a disappointing lack of elephants. Real number 6! Starting my channel. This is yet another thing I owe to StatX. My drawing pad as well as my mic was from StatX, and they both allowed me to actually make these videos. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how this channel happened. I vaguely planned to start a YouTube channel, but before I could even figure out what it would be about, I was already at work on my first 2 videos. It was like my pen started moving before my mind could even process what I was doing. And honestly, I'm so glad that I did it. I'm still growing as an artist and a storyteller, but putting myself out there with my content has been such a great experience. I know I have a very tiny channel and audience right now, and while I might make jokes about it every now and then, I really do appreciate everyone who supports me. Making these videos are some of the most fun I've had in a long time. So thank you, everyone who has ever watched any of my videos. Now let's go to number 7 before I get too emotional. Spider-Man staying in the MCU. Was this just some ploy to drive up drama and fan outrage? Yeah, probably. But honestly, I'm just grateful to keep Spider-Man around. Obviously, I love DC and Nightwing and the rest of the Bat fam, but Spider-Man was still one of my favorite superheroes growing up. I have never walked out of a Spider-Man movie not feeling spectacular and like I can do anything. Even the less than amazing ones.
Yeah, but those are the best kind.
Oh, Andrew Garfield. No. That being said, I am so beyond happy to have another good Spider-Man series. Yes, he has largely played the role of Iron Man Jr. thus far, but the heart of the character has been there, and the films are still solid. And yes, Disney is an evil monopoly, but I don't want another turd in the wind. Please, I'm not strong enough. I can't. It's been so hard going through it with the DC films. Number 8. I managed to stay in school. Number 9. Okay, I get that not being a dropout isn't exactly a stunning achievement, but when my financial aid fell through, it became very precarious. Still, I managed to figure things out, and I'm still finishing up my major. Unfortunately, it will take me a lot longer to do so now, but better late than never. And who knows, maybe YouTube will just take off and make me money and I can just forget college. Onward to number 9. Finally, something good from Star Wars. The Mandalorian has been a breath of fresh air for the Star Wars franchise. No, I don't hate the sequel trilogy like the rest of the internet does, but it hasn't quite reached the same quality as the Ridge Tridge or the Clone Wars series. The Mandalorian, on the other hand, has been stellar. Rebels aside, it is great to finally see a character in cool armor, not just immediately die by falling down some hole.
Rebel scum.
I don't want to spoil much about The Mandalorian, but I'm beyond hyped for Season 2. And yeah, come on, I can't forget to mention Baby Yoda, the snom of the Star Wars franchise. Just please don't eat my snom. He's like the only thing about Sword and Shield that doesn't make people mad. And that brings us to number 10. My brother got a really cool job. I don't want to spend too much bragging about my younger brother, but he is easily the smartest person I know. And I'm very proud of both my younger brothers, but the youngest is just in high school right now, which honestly is a trial and tribulation unto itself, so good job to both of you. I don't know how much I'm actually allowed to talk about his job because it's supposed to be a secret, but hey, what's going on? What? Where's my poof powers? Hey, who are you? Number 11. Wait, what? Anyways, Doomsday Clock finally finished. Wow, that feels a lot more ominous to say now. Ironically, it's the hope and brightness that the Doomsday Clock finale brings that puts it in my top 12. Hey, I can't snap. Make me Superman. Fine, just shh. I don't think Doomsday Clock quite achieved what I hoped it would when Rebirth started, and as a successor for the Watchmen graphic novel, I think HBO's Watchmen fares better. That being said, as the DC Comics slowly shed the Rebirth title, they began to fall away from the hope and brightness Geoff Johns promised when he launched Rebirth. Especially with Bendis taking over the Superman comics and the debacle with Heroes in Crisis, it felt like something was missing in the universe. But Johns brings that hope back with an uplifting Superman facing off against the world's most powerful nihilist. Truly, all will be well. And finally, number 12. Oh, what is happening to me? I got approved for an apartment. Yes, I know that's pretty mundane, but I'm stoked. Part of being able to afford to continue going to school meant I could no longer live on campus, so I had to move home to take online courses, which bummed me out more than a little bit because I was cut off from my friends and working on more static stuff. But I'm finally going back in a month, and I will have my first place. I'm extremely excited, and I can't wait. So, was 2019 the greatest year ever? Absolutely not. Did I suffer a few setbacks? Of course, but despite that, I can still see beyond my shortcomings and find hope and happiness even in the most trivial of places. And I know going forward that I can overcome the hurdles that lie before me. And even if I stumble, even if I fall short of achieving what I want, well, I can take it and still get back up and try again. Because I am the perpetual underdog. The forever failure. I am pathological loser. Thank you for your time.